Hey everybody, hey Stephen, Rob Booker here. The news is just, of course, all about the coronavirus. But in the midst of all this difficulty, there's all kinds of really interesting things going on. People are at home, people are spending more time with their family. So I hope that in this time of crisis that you've got more time with your family, that you've got more time with the people that you love in your life, and that all of you are happy and healthy. I've got my daughter on the camera today here at the office. We're here in quarantine. And Olivia, you can even come around here and even do a closer up shot. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and record my screen as I'm talking so that Stephen or that somebody can include some look at the screen and whatever else in combination with this video. So a couple of the things I've been looking at as we've been in quarantine and crisis. CVS looks interesting because the pharmacy is going to be packed with testing people or prescribing a cure or a vaccine to people. So I really like that. Full disclosure, I've had that. I think Chevron is one of those stocks that doesn't look so great right now. So that's been on my mind. Any retail stock like Restoration Hardware looks like it's really in trouble because all those stores are closed. So those ones look difficult. But the ones that I think are really interesting right now are things like therapeutic stocks or pharmacy stocks or companies that make medicines. I mean, like, I think there's so much opportunity out there, or medical supply manufacturers. And full disclosure, I've got positions in some of those companies, but if you've got access to FinViz or Yahoo Finance, or you can screen stocks, like look in that healthcare sector, look at stocks that are doing well right now, and look to see if there are places where you can get those on pullbacks. The world is changing, and there's more surveillance going on in the world. There's a lack of privacy going on in the world. Governments to impose and enforce quarantines are tracking their citizens on their phones and all kinds of other craziness. So, I mean, look at companies that provide those kinds of products and services, because I think those will be the ones that have the potential to do really well. So in other news, like in other things that are going on. So one of the things that's happening during this time is, of course, I caught up on Tiger King. Did you see any of that? I don't think you can watch that, Olivia. There's so many F-bombs. Does that bother you?
Not really. I hear it so much that in one ear out the other.
All right. So from me or from your mother? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around. All right. So of course I caught up on Tiger King. Of course I'm watching the new season of Ozark. And one of the things I love so much about that show is it's a show about making money, and it's a show about making money from breaking the rules. And I think that any game worth winning gets rigged eventually by somebody. And I think what we try to do here is, like, in a legal, compliant, interesting way, we try to find ways to kind of game the system or whatever. Like, we find a glitch in the matrix, like one pharmaceutical stock that's taking off, in the midst of all the others and stuff like that. So that's on my mind. I've been reading Isaac Asimov's first book in the Foundation series, Foundation, with my son Isaac, and I love it. It seems timeless. It must have been first published in the 70s, right? I love it. I'm having a great time with that. So there's tons of cool things to catch up on. Olivia and I have been listening to music that she's never heard before. She just got into Billy Joel, and she's listened to Piano Man so many times that, what did your mom say?
She just gets annoyed of it because she's heard it so much.
She got it. And so you just heard Vienna. That's one of my favorite Billy Joel songs as well.
I'm pretty sure Tiger King and Ozark are on the top 10 for Netflix.
Yeah.
Tiger King's #1.
Yeah. I've been looking at alternate pencils for the Apple iPad to draw on, and I just got Paperlike. These are screen protectors for the iPad, which mimic the feel of paper. So if you overlay this on top of your iPad, when you write on the screen with your Apple Pencil or any other device, it feels more like paper, which is super cool. So Olivia, I want you to try that out later on and tell me what you think about that. So folks, once again, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're safe. If you're alone, or if you are in difficult circumstances, or if you're finding that you don't have, like, something's wrong, we'll flash this up on the screen. Hopefully, write us at rob@wrbooker.com, or especially if someone you know is in that situation, let us know. And I'll be back as soon as I can with more updates and news. Talk to you soon, everybody. Bye.